If you are shopping for a budget-friendly plug-in hybrid, PHEV, SUV, you have likely run into an interesting reality. Chery is essentially competing with itself. Both the 2026 Chery-Tiggo-7 Super Hybrid, often badged as CSH, and the 2026 Jaecoo-J7 SHS Super Hybrid system, belong to the Chery Group global portfolio. They share the exact same underlying architecture, battery pack, and hybrid powertrain. However, they wrap that tech in two completely different wrappers, targeting vastly distinct buyers. This breakdown highlights how the two family SUVs compare on the road. Interior space and technology. The screens. The Jaecoo-J7 boasts a massive, portrait-oriented 14.8-inch central touchscreen, on higher trims, paired with a minimalist dashboard and a handy head-up display. The Tiggo-7 goes for a unified look with a dual 12.3-inch horizontal panoramic display layout. Controls. The Tiggo-7 includes a dedicated touch panel with shortcuts for climate control below the main display. While not as great as tactile buttons, it is widely considered easier to use on the move than the Jaecoo-J7, which forces you to handle almost all climate controls via menus in the central touchscreen. Cabin layout and boot. The seating position in the Jaecoo-J7 is notably high, which gives great forward visibility but can make you feel a bit top-heavy around tight bends. When it comes to hauling gear, the Tiggo-7 offers a slightly more practical boot layout and a flatter rear floor, making it friendlier for family grocery runs and strollers. Design and road presence. Jaecoo-J7 SHS. The J7 leans hard into a rugged, blocky, boxy aesthetic. With its towering vertical grille, flush door handles, and squared-off silhouette, it clearly borrows styling cues from premium European off-roaders like Land Rover. It gives off an adventure-ready vibe, even though this specific hybrid version is primarily built for tarmac. Chery-Tiggo-7. The Tiggo-7 takes a more conventional, suburban family crossover approach. It features a prominent diamond pattern grille and swept back lines. It looks sleek and contemporary, but it is noticeably more understated next to the imposing stance of the Jaecoo. Driving dynamics and ride comfort. Both vehicles offer incredibly smooth transitions between pure electric and petrol power. They both accept cheaper 91-octane fuel and feature useful vehicle-to-load (V2L) capabilities, allowing you to use the car's battery pack to power household appliances while camping. The differences emerge in how they handle that massive chunk of hybrid torque. Tiggo-7 performance. The Tiggo-7 packs a surprising amount of grunt. However, because all that power goes strictly through the front wheels, accelerating aggressively from a standstill can easily chirp the front tires and induce minor torque steer, the steering wheel pulling to one side, especially on damp roads. Ride quality. Both SUVs trend toward the firmer side to manage the heavy 18.3 kWh battery pack. The Jaecoo-J7 has drawn minor criticism for a somewhat busy, unsettled ride over sharp urban potholes and over light steering. The Tiggo-7 behaves a bit more predictably at highway speeds but shares a firm, springy setup that skips over road imperfections rather than smoothing them completely out. The verdict: which cheap PHEV fits your life? Choose the Chery-Tiggo-7 Super Hybrid if you prioritize maximum space efficiency, physical adjacent climate controls, and want the absolute lowest barrier to entry for a plug-in hybrid. The Tiggo-7 acts as the standard family workhorse that hides its budget price tag well. Choose the Jaecoo-J7 SHS if you want distinct road presence, premium cabin materials, like heated/ventilated seats and massive infotainment tech, and a rugged, mini Range Rover aesthetic. You are paying a slight price premium over the Tiggo-7, but it buys you a vehicle that looks considerably more expensive than it actually is. Pricing and trim breakdown. Because Chery handles both brands, they have carefully priced these two models to avoid stepping directly on each other's toes. The Chery-Tiggo-7 Super Hybrid serves as the rock-bottom value entry, while the Jaecoo-J7 SHS commands a small premium for its upscale styling and added luxury equipment. 2026 Chery-Tiggo-7 Super Hybrid pricing. Chery keeps the lineup simple, usually undercutting virtually every other midsize plug-in hybrid on the market. Urban. Base trim $34,990. Drive-awayKey features, dual 12.3-inch screens, synthetic leather seats, 18-inch black alloy wheels, full ADAS safety suite, reversing camera. Ultimate, Top trim $38,990 drive-away. Key features, adds a panoramic sunroof, 360-degree cameras, heated and ventilated front seats, a 50W wireless phone charger, and an 8-speaker Sony premium audio system. 2026 Jaecoo-J7 SHS pricing. The Jaecoo sits a step above the Chery, trading on its premium positioning. Track, base PHEV trim $43,990 drive-away. Promotions often drop this closer to $40,990. Key features, 14.8-inch portrait screen, minimalist dashboard layout, 19-inch alloy wheels, flush door handles, dual-zone climate. Summit, top PHEV trim $47,990 drive-away. Key features, adds a head-up display, HUD, heated and ventilated front seats, heated steering wheel, panoramic glass roof, and an upgraded Sony sound system. Note, pricing listed above reflects standard drive-away structures in major right-hand drive market spaces like Australia/New Zealand. In localized Southeast Asian markets like Indonesia, the Jaecoo-J7 SHS positions around the Rp 499.9 million mark. Detailed feature-by-feature comparison. Infotainment, software and ecosystem. The starkest day-to-day difference inside these cabins is how the software behaves. The Jaecoo-J7 uses a highly advanced Qualcomm Snapdragon 8155 chip to power its massive 14.8-inch screen. The interface feels incredibly snappy, loading maps instantly and handling wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto seamlessly. The downside is ergonomics, because the dashboard is completely bare. Adjusting your side mirrors, changing your climate control temperature, or switching driving modes forces you to dig into a digital menu. The Chery-Tiggo-7 runs a more traditional horizontal dual-screen setup. While its processor is slightly less flashy, it retains a separate capacitive touch stripe beneath the screen specifically for climate settings and defrosting. It is much easier to adjust on a bumpy road without taking your eyes off the highway. NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness. The winner, Jaecoo-J7. Jaecoo is marketed as Chery's premium adventure export, and it shows in the acoustic insulation. The J7 features thicker acoustic front glass and heavier insulation around the front firewall. When running in pure EV mode, it does a stellar job of blocking out tire slap and wind noise from those big, boxy wing mirrors. The Tiggo-7 is quiet when running on electric power, but because it lacks the extra sound deadening layers of the Jaecoo, you will hear the 1.5-liter turbocharged engine kick over more clearly when you floor the throttle to overtake.